Hi there, welcome to Meagan Makes Cupcakes. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to combine two of my favorite flavors, chocolate and pumpkin, to make a delicious chocolate pumpkin cake. This would be wonderful for any Halloween or fall event. So come along with me as I show you how to make it step by step. You'll need self-rising flour, cocoa, eggs, sugar, water, unsalted butter, and vanilla. So first off, we're going to take that water, we want to heat it up to almost boiling, and then we're just going to combine the cocoa into the water and give it a really good stir, making sure there's no clumps in the mixture. And then you just want to pop that in the fridge to cool. And then moving on, we're going to take our unsalted butter and we're going to cream that until it's really smooth with our granulated sugar. By doing this, we create a nice fluffy base for our cake batter. Now we're going to add our eggs one at a time, just so that we can make sure that we don't lose that fluffiness and that we can maintain the lightness of the batter so that it holds really well when we bake it. And now we're just going to add in our self-rising flour, and we're going to mix this together until it is just barely combined. And then we're going to take out that chocolate and water mixture that is now cool, and we're going to mix it until the mixture is almost all the way combined. Now we're going to scrape down the edges of the bowl just in case there's any batter left on the sides. And we're going to split our cake batter into two prepared pans. I'm using 8-inch pans here. And then you're going to bake the cakes at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean in the center of the cake. So while that's baking, we're going to work on our frosting, and we're taking the rest of our unsalted butter and we are creaming it with that pumpkin puree. And you just want to blend those together until they're nice and smooth. And then you can add in the powdered sugar a third at a time, and I'm just mixing it each time until it gets nice and smooth. And then once we've done that, we're going to add in some of our orange food color, and I'm using Americolor food dye here, and just add it until you get the desired shade that you like. Then we're taking our 8-inch cake board here, and we're just adding a dollop of that frosting so that our cake doesn't move around on the board. And we're just going to layer our pumpkin frosting between each layer of our cake. And here I'm using 4 layers because I split each cake in half. And so I'm just layering, then frosting, then layering and frosting until we get all the way to the top of the cake. And then we're just going to do a thin base coat, which they call either dirty ice or a crumb coat, and we're going to let it chill. And then I'm taking my knife and I'm just scraping off this extra frosting on top of the cake to make it look nice and sharp on those edges. And then we're going to do our final coat, and I'm just spreading it around here with my spatula until I have it nice and covered. And then I'm going to take out my bed scraper and just pull it around the edges of the cake as well as the top of the cake until it looks just how you want it to. Okay, so now we're going to make the chocolate drizzle for the top of the cake, and here I have some chocolate chips and some unsalted butter, and then we're just going to add 1 tablespoon of light corn syrup to that. And you want to put this in your microwave at 35% power, and I put it in at 15-second increments until there are no lumps left in the chocolate topping. Once it has cooled just slightly, you're going to pour that chocolate drizzle onto the top of the cake, and then using your spoon, you're going to spread it around the top and also kind of make a swirl design on the top that looks really nice. And then I'm putting some of that topping into a Ziploc bag and cutting off the edge, and I'm just drizzling it down the edge of the cake, and some of them I'm doing longer and some of them I'm doing shorter until it just goes all the way around the cake. And you can see here this design comes together really beautifully. Let's take a bite. This is so delicious with the rich, deep flavors of the chocolate cake mixed with sweet pumpkin frosting and the rich, fudgy chocolate ganache. Definitely give this cake a try. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you again next time.